Okay, let's see. I'm gonna throw the backdrop up. Fucking man, this is fucking. I don't know. I'm having some issues, some minor issues with my thing here, but let's see. Okay, all right. Backdrop is up. All right, so this is kind of possibly going to be the outtake for the evening, and the main reason for this video is I needed to make a correction before I forget, because if I don't do it, I'm gonna forget. So, so I did this morning or earlier today. I just did kind of an update, just update on some minor channel changes to the channel. I actually changed the name of the channel also to the storyboard, but and then I went into talking about some shit, and then I got cut off, and I didn't even realize till 15 minutes later I'd been cut off. I kept talking, so so it kind of fucking took away my mojo. And then I tried another video, see if I could get back in the zone, and it's okay. I liked it. I'm glad I did it because pointed out some stuff, but I do need to make a correction. So it's the last video. What is that video called? Well, anyways, where I talked about how with this story, there's only really two viable explanations for this chick, my psycho ex, glitching out. One of them is that she's just clinically retarded. And the other is that she's just clinically a narcissistic psychopath, But I realized, and that's why I wanted to do this video before I forget. So this is going to be a short one because what's the point, really, But that there is a third one. There is a third one, and that is that she really truly is like a victim. That she has been, which was my initial thought, is that she had been abused as a child. I'm thinking, and there's some form of extreme abuse when she was a child, and then her whole life growing up was just fucking, beaten down constantly, psychologically or otherwise, just abuse all through her childhood. And then she ran away from home, I guess, at 17, and fucking got mixed in with this psycho guy, and then he was abusive and kept her trapped in a really abusive, toxic relationship with him for 7 years. And I honestly believed this way when me and her were together, that he was doing something to her that she wasn't even aware of. He was using DMT to psychologically mindfuck her and to do his own homemade kind of MK Ultra program on her, because she was literally acted like she was under his control whenever I would see them interact. It was really bizarre. I was wondering if he was doing drilling fucking holes into her head like Jeffrey Dahmer, and that he's drilling micro holes into her head to fucking enslave her because she's so fucking just. Anyways, and then all of that other shit where, with the stalker and all this other, that was my initial take, is that she's just been extremely traumatized and just needs to be around somebody that's not a toxic piece of shit. And I am no poster child, but bro, I've been clean and sober for 23 years. An active member of Alcoholics Anonymous. I worked 10 years in the homeless service provider field doing street outreach. I was a rapid HIV test counselor, so I understand counseling, person-centered counseling and person-centered engagement. I understand, the whole principles of behind harm reduction, and again, I'm not saying all this to qualify myself as the poster child or something, but dude, like I'm a decent person that only has her best interest in mind, whereas these people she'd been around with that she was desperately trying to escape from are just evil. That's all they are. They don't have any of her, they don't have any goodwill towards her at all. It's all just to use her as a slave in some form or other. And and so and so it could be that is the case, that she really is a victim of a bunch of extreme trauma all throughout her life, and so that I was right in that assessment, and that's what led to all of this insane shit with this storyboard. So that is one of the only three really explanations for this whole thing. That she's either a fucking clinically retarded, or she's a clinically fucking narcissistic psychopath, or that she's just like clinically traumatized. She has been through severe fucking trauma. And there's the kind of thing about the prey becomes the predator, or in the most simplest terms, sooner or later a beat dog bites. And that's kind of how I saw her, as a beat fucking dog. And, there's a lot of truth to that old saying that sooner or later a beat dog bites. The prey becomes the predator. And I just happened to be caught in the crossfire of when she finally snapped and became the predator. And I just was the first person in her crosshairs, and she just snapped and went after me. Again, sooner or later, a beat dog bites. And that could be the case of all of this. That could be the explanation to all of this. Including why she would join a fucking witch cult and do all this crazy shit. But, it's like a blind bloodlust, though. It's like, it doesn't matter who it is. It's just whoever's in front of me, that's gonna be my victim, And so anyways, but I just wanted to clarify that before I forget, because I just realized that there is always a possibility that that's what happened. That my initial assessment, since I first started getting to know her, was actually the correct one, that she truly is like traumatized with shell shock over years and years of abuse, of all kinds of different abuse, and just like crazy shit, that was out of her control. And so it would be circumstance that drove all of this, was her circumstance with her. And so anyways, but yeah, and then I guess that'll conclude today's fucking podcast. And and I guess I'll just mention, I do appreciate viewers. I don't know. I mean, I unfortunately I won't be able to cater to viewers, and I understand that this isn't really like an ideal thing, maybe necessarily, for your average viewer and stuff. But I don't know. What do I know? For all I don't know either way. But whatever the case, I'm just gonna keep doing this, and I do appreciate the viewers and the views. I'm afraid I'm gonna let the viewer down, and so that's kind of part of the deal, I guess. For me to keep in mind. Anyways, that's it.